Hey, welcome back. 70s Card Show. John Keating here on the road, traveling this wonderfully divided and uncertain country of ours right now. But I got time on my hand to do some of this stuff, which is great. This is how I spend my time on the road, looking at baseball cards and thinking about baseball cards. So let's get to 1975's baseball. It's the SSP 42, 1975 SSP 42. Of course, the folks at TCMA, super something, blah, 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 super special something. I forget what it's called. I'm kind of losing my mind right now. Anyway, I have 17 of these. And of course, this is what I call an agitator, disruptor in the hobby. SSP/TCMA is trying to get some other cards on the market, doing stuff that essentially Fleer didn't have the cojones to do. Put real time uh, baseball players on baseball cards. So we have that. We have 17 of those. Odd set because you can't tell them the 75, 76 SSP set. It's difficult to tell the difference between them and these. So maybe we can read a little about it read a little bit about it and learn together as I watch the boats go out there into the San Francisco Bay. $4.72 for 42 total cards. So let's go back here. 42 cards, average value $4.72, $198.40 total value. Set of these between $40 and $80. The description here is brief. It says this 42 card standard size set features posed color player photos with white borders. The horizontal backs are plain white cardstock and carry the player's name, biographical information, career highlights, and statistics. These are, again, rudimentary cards. They hadn't been making cards very long. So let's get over to TCDB and see what they were all about. Well, before we do that, we'll go over the top three here in perceived value. No pictures on Beckett either, which is up. There's the picture. So Nolan Ryan, number one, Mickey Mantle, number two, Ted Williams, and Willie Mays, number three, tied. So a combination of contemporary players at the time and maybe a few throw-ins there, like your Whitey Fords and your Mickey Mantles and stuff like that. So let's get over to TCDB to learn some more about this set here. Teams depicted: Atlanta Braves, Baltimore Orioles, Boston Red Sox, California Angels, Chicago White Sox, Cincinnati Reds, Cleveland Indians, Detroit Tigers, Houston Astros, Kansas City Royals, Milwaukee Brewers, Minnesota Twins, New York Mets, New York Yankees, Oakland Athletics, and the Texas Rangers. So not everybody was in there. Not all the teams represented. So perhaps SSPC didn't want to pick a fight with everybody. Uh, 19 of these are Hall of Famers, and Palmer, both Robinsons, Ryan, Jackson, Seaver, Ted Williams, Oliva, Yastrzemski. There's a dual card of Sparky Lyle and Ted Williams, Johnny Bench, Gaylord Perry, Carew, Whitey Ford, Kaline, Mays, Spahn, Mantle, and Berra. So we'll get into these here. There's no user enhanced contributions, whether it's comments or trivia. So let's get to the gallery here. There's old Wilbur Wood. Wilbur Forrester Wood, card number one. So we'll pick a person to read from. Johnny Sane. Let's read about Johnny Sane. He's a coach, but it'll be fun to read a coach and a player's back of cards. Again, horizontal backs on kind of a off-white cardstock. John Franklin Sane, coach, Chicago White Sox, 6'2", 194, bore 925/18. He BR'd/TR'd, so that means he batted righted and threw righted. All major league pitching coaches, Johnny Sane is probably the best known. He has proposed many controversial changes in standard pitching techniques, including the three-man rotation. Wow, listen to that guy. Has served as the pitching coach of the A's in 1959, the Yankees 61 through 63, Twins 65 through 66, Tigers 66 through 69, and the White Sox since 1971. An excellent pitcher for the Braves, 1942 to 51, Yanks 51 to 55, and A's 55. He was 139 and 116 lifetime, and teamed with Warren Spahn to bring the Braves the 1948 NL pennant, prompting the rhyme Spawn Insane, and Pray for Rain. Of course, they're talking about the Boston Braves back then. He never made it to Milwaukee. In fact, not sure he never made it to Kansas City either with the A's. But the Yanks, he stayed with the Yanks in New York his entire time with the club. It's copyrighted SSPC 1975 on the back. Look at Bill Melton. He was a big home run hitter and curious by nature, apparently. Dick Allen, I'm telling you, he wore that outfit 24/7 because every card of him has his batting helmet on and that same Chicago White Sox, glorious Chicago White Sox uniform, 3/4 zipped up, and a mock turtleneck to show to keep that chest grass well contained. So he's at Yankee Stadium there. There's Jim Palmer. Cakes is leaning up in the dugout, having a good old time, showing us his Haynes. There's Fruits. I forget what it is. Brooks Robinson, Tommy Davis, Frank Robinson, Vada Pinson with the Angels, Nolan Ryan with the Angels. I like these cards. I like the pictures on here. It's kind of a different thing than we're used to. Maybe it's because they weren't as well lit, but they sure are different and fun. Reggie Jackson, Violet Blue's giving us a salute, or he's wiping his brow. I can't tell what's going on there. There's Sal Bando. He's the captain. Bert Campaneris, of course, at this time, the A's were the best team in the world with 5 straight division titles at that point. Tom Seaver, Tom Terrific there. Bud Harrelson, real name is Daryl. I don't have a first name anywhere in there. Daryl McKinley Harrelson. Jerry Koosman. David Nelson with the representing the Rangers for some reason. Not sure why we threw him in there. There's so Theodore Samuel Williams. Looks like he's in the dugout. Man, that almost looks like the Boston dugout, but I'm probably wrong. It's probably the Yankees dugout. There is Tony Oliva with his blacked out tooth, as usual. Mickey Lolich, Amos Otis, Carly Yastrzemski. He is looking like he looks like somebody you see on the ring cam right there. Old Carl Michael Yastrzemski. Mike Cuellar, he's at Yankee Stadium. In fact, George Medich is at Yankee Stadium. Nope, he's at Shea Stadium there, folks, because that's where they were playing at the time. So curious mix of Yankee Stadium pictures in there, and I think that's Yankee Stadium and Shea Stadium with the American Leaguers. There's Cesar Cedeno, Jeff Burrows. This guy, believe it or not, won an MVP. He looks like he's in your beer league, I guess, and manning the tap, not even playing in the game. Sparky Lyle and Ted Williams with the Yankees and the Rangers. Johnny Bench right there. Gaylord Perry representing the Indians. Beautiful, glorious red cap there. John Mayberry with the Royals. Rod Carew with the Twins. Whitey Ford, he's a coach with the Yankees. Al Kaline, he's still playing at this point. Or maybe he's done. I don't know. I think he's done because he did stop with 399 home runs. So this is a post-playing day card for Al Kaline. Willie Mays, look at old Willie Mays there in the New York Mets dugouts. Warren Spahn, he's a coach with the Indians. Mickey Mantle, he is just a former baseball star. He doesn't need to be a coach or a player. And Norm Cash, let's read about Norm Cash here. Card 38, Norman Dalton Cash, former Mayhair League first baseman. So it says right there, Mayhor, I'm not sure what language that is. Perhaps they were, look at these typos here. Capital L, capital E, A, G, U, E for league. First baseman, 6 foot 185. Bats left, throws right, born 11 or 1011 and 10/34. Norm Cash's 17 major league career ended last year, which was his 15th season as a Detroit Tigers first baseman. That's incredible. Norm signed first with the White Sox and appeared with them in 1958. I did not know that. And went to the Tigers in 1960. He hit .361 to lead the AL in 1961 and hit 30 or more home runs 5 times. He hit 271 lifetime while hitting a total of 377 and driving in 1,103 runs. He was an excellent fielder as well. Copyright SSPC 1975. There's Steve Busby, Yogi Berra, and should be 2 more. Harvey Kuhn, he's a coach at that point with the Brewers, and the Alou brothers. So I'm not sure how many cards had the Alou brothers, all 3 of them depicted, but there is Philippe Matty and Lou and Jesus Lou, two of them with the Yankees, one of them with the Athletics. And let's read about these guys here. Between 1963 and 1973, the first and last years they played simultaneously, the Alou brothers formed the best known baseball family. Jesus, the only one currently active here, is with the Oakland A's and was formerly with Houston and the Giants. Felipe retired in early 1974 after a great career with the Giants, Braves, A's, Yankees, and Expos. Matty, the NL's batting champion in 1966, performed for the Giants, Pirates, Cards, A's, Yankees, Padres. All three Alous played in the Giants outfield in one game in 1965. So that's a fun card, something you don't see anywhere else, I guess. But uh, I guess they were just testing the waters here in 1975. And again, if you're not paying attention, you get to see some idiosyncrasies like the players, American League players over there in the National League Stadium due to the construction at Yankee Stadium, but there are enough pictures prior to that move representing Yankee Stadium very well. So that's the Basement Tapes, episode number 273, the 1975 SSPC 42 set, 42 cards in total.